From decorating the tree to family dinners, gift exchanges, and get-togethers, the holidays are filled with traditions. Why not start a new one this year with a Kia during the Season of New Tradition sales event at Lion Country Kia? No matter where you're traveling this holiday season, the spacious 7-seater 2025 Kia Telluride can get you there. Lion Country Kia has 16 available with as low as 0.9% APR for up to 60 months or up to $2,000 in Kia finance rebates. But that's not all. Lion Country Kia has a great selection of Kia Serenos, Sportages, Seltos, and more. There's 84 vehicles ready to move. And many have Kia's Season of New Tradition sales event retail bonus cash as high as $1,000. Happy holidays from the staff at Lion Country Kia, 1334 Driveover Street off Shiloh Road behind Sam's Club, State College.
If you love wings, if you love rings, and all kinds of other tempting things, great times, great food, get to Quaker Steak Lube. Get our Best Wings USA, signature sauces, mouth-watering appetizers, or any of our delicious award-winning lube favorites. Great times, great food, get to Quaker Steak Lube.
I'm the Modelo Recruiter, and I'm looking for fans with good hands and great speed. The ones who stay focused and never miss a play. They go the distance on game day, even when their team is away. I'm always watching, always looking to reward more full-time fans. Because football isn't really football without you.
Lusk & Associates Sotheby's International Realty proudly presents the introduction of our new State College office at 314 South Borough Street in State College. At Sotheby's International Realty, we advertise locally, nationally, and internationally, bringing the best of advertising and promotion to each and every one of our properties, big or small. Call now.
A lot has changed about State College. One thing that hasn't is W.C. Clark's Coffee Roasters on 234 East Calder Way. 30 different varieties of specialty coffee beans sourced from over 25 countries and roasted with love each morning in Happy Valley for over 45 years. They'll ship their fresh roasted coffee from their doorstep to yours. Order online at statecollegecoffee.com. That's statecollegecoffee.com.
Hi, welcome to Timberland Federal Credit Union, a financial cooperative for its members, tracing all the way back to 1973.
Experience Timberland Federal Credit Union, where you're greeted with a smile and financial solutions are tailored to your unique life journey. Here, we're not just financial professionals, we're your neighbors, people invested in your financial needs, literacy, and empowerment. Your dreams matter to us, whether they're about buying a home, growing a nest egg, or embarking on new adventures. TFCU draws from the past and invests in the future, offering modern tools like online banking to give you the freedom to manage your money practically anytime. Additionally, we're passionate about giving back both time and resources because enhancing our community is at the core of why we're here. Visit TFCU in person or online to learn more about our services and apply for a membership today.
WFXX, once again, the Fox, your sports radio. Broadcasting live, loud and proud from Central PA's Sports Authority, WFXS America. 98.7, the Fox State College.
And a very pleasant good afternoon as we welcome you into the Lion Country Kia Goon and Ironhead show. Here at Quaker Steak and Lube, we are having some issues with the radio station and the signal there. So we are continuing to work through that. Hopefully, fingers crossed, everything will be good later today, but probably won't be until after we get off the air around 4 o'clock, best case scenario. So our apologies if you are trying to listen on the radio. Yep. And you know about this option. This is the option for today.
A little shaky on Thursday, but it cleared up.
Lots to get into. First of all, I just programming note while we're on it. I will be out on Thursday, traveling to beautiful Ann Arbor, Michigan. Penn State will actually. It's interesting. The basketball, the men's basketball, the wrestling, and the hockey teams all have their next events at Michigan. Basketball will be Thursday night. Of course, wrestling Friday night. Penn State hockey after the electric weekend at Beaver Stadium. We'll have a week off, and then we'll travel to top-ranked Michigan that following week. Before we get into all of it, I do want to mention we are at Quaker Steak and Lube, our home away from home on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We love being here, love the staff, love the management, love the food, love the beverages, love the TVs, love everything about it. Great place to come on down and watch the Super Bowl, which is coming up on Sunday. Do we have to say the big game?
No.
You can watch the Patriots and the Seahawks.
Wow.
$5 off deal on this Sunday. If you are getting takeout, this is takeout only. $5 off for the bone-in compact bucket, which is 20 wings, or the breaded boneless 24-pack. And again, $5 off. That's for the takeout only on Sunday. But again, just a great place to come on down, enjoy your favorite sports action on all of the TVs. Their staff is incredible. They just are. They know how to take care of you. They know not to be overbearing, but they also are alert on, hey, looks like you need another beverage there. They're really good. Great food. Again, if you've not been here or haven't been here in a while, the menu selection really is. They're, of course, famous for their wings, and rightfully so. The wings are amazing. All kinds of great flavors. They have the all-you-can-eat wing buffet coming up at 4 o'clock today. You can check that out. If you're a wing lover, this is the place to be. But even if you are somehow an individual who has gone so wrong in your life as to not be a fan of wings, you've got lots of other great options. That's the beautiful thing here at Quaker Steak and Lube. Lots of great option items on the menu, including the steak salad, which has become one of my go-tos.
One of your
the orange chicken is also, I like the grilled orange chicken bowl, which is just phenomenal. But again, you can come on down and check it out for yourself.
I think the service is great because they've all been here a long time. That's the mark of a good restaurant, in my opinion, is if there's not a lot of turnover in the staff. That means it's a good place to work, good people to work for, and they work hard for those people because they like their jobs. So that's why everything is so good here. Even the front, the back of the house is it's a very family-esque atmosphere in here with the workers and stuff like that. The managers and stuff, they've been great, and they've been good to us for years, Jeffrey, as you well know. So, I mean, I'm in here every Friday before football games. Obviously, I was in here Friday before the hockey game this week because there was just as many people in town for that, it seemed.
How about it?
What a time, dude. I think I got up Sunday morning, and I had people at my house. I had thousands of people, a ton of people at the house. So they all got, up and out and this and that. And, sat back and me and my wife could just, breathe a little bit. It's just like we're always hosting, it seems. So I got on the phone, and I texted Pat and his assistant, Vinny. And I just said, hey, man, just so you know, I know it's not going to snow every year. It's not going to snow every year. You got to take that out of the consideration because that was awesome yesterday. Even with the snow, there was a total buzz out there. I mean, that was electric. I mean, can you tell me any non-football game, have you ever had that feeling walking around State College and obviously up at the stadium and stuff like that? Parking, people walking in. It was awesome. Everything about it was just so cool. And it looked great. I mean, I have gotten
it really
so many phone calls from people outside of the area saying, dude, how was that? And I said, it was amazing. I mean, we did it right. We did it sweet. So I didn't have to worry about the cold, but it was just good seeing a lot of people. I saw people I had not seen in years. There's our new, it's like a refreshing attitude around here. New staff for football, new season coming up, all this. But the hockey thing, I mean, that was, what do you think? Do you think that's what Guy and Batista and Pegula envisioned 15 years ago when they started this program? I think that may have been it.
Yeah, we had a chance to talk to Joe Batista. I reached out to him kind of last second, and he's like, well, I'm on my way up. But, yeah, let's try to make it work.
South Carolina, right?
And we got we got to tie up with him on the drive up on Friday on our morning show. And he was excited for a number of reasons. Yes, the opportunity to have an outdoor game and to have, Penn State hockey be able to draw. At that time, we were thinking 67,000 or so. Ended up being 75,000 plus that worked their way.
The weather cleared up a little bit.
Beaver Stadium on Saturday. But it was also, the alumni weekend. So I forget how many players. I think it was over 100 of the Icers from Joe's teams when Joe coached the Icers were back in town. And then just a ton of people associated with the program over the years. I don't think Terry Pegula was in town. At least that was the expectation, which is, I understand. He's a little busy these days. I get it, but it would have been cool to have him there and to have him recognized. But the game, again, I didn't get up there. We had, it was quite the Saturday. I may or may not get into that, but I'm listening to the start of it as we're running around getting a few things done. I watched the second period and then the very start of the third before I had to get up to Rec Hall. I was filling in for the PA for the Penn State Hawaii match on Saturday night, which that ended up being something. The fourth set ended up going 38-36, and Hawaii won it on a overturned review on a serve that was called out. So thought Penn State was getting the ball to serve, tied, and instead they're like, no, actually that's it. Hawaii won 38-36. So,
oh wow!
I and then I'm following along up at Rec Hall. I'm listening a little bit, and then started getting ready, and I'm like, all right, I just need to follow. And I kept looking at the score, and it's doggone it. Michigan State gets the win in overtime, but just again, a great atmosphere, a lot of people that pulled together to make it happen too. With the snowstorm. And you think about all of the clubs and the individuals who were willing to go up and help with the snow removal. Obviously, all of the operations that were involved in making this thing happen and getting the parking lots cleared. All of the different elements that came together. Just hats off to everybody. I know I've heard from a few folks. Yeah, it wasn't perfect, this or that. Listen, it's the first time you're trying something like this. Obviously, conditions were not ideal. All of those things. All of that being said, just an incredible weekend and really just a great weekend overall. That was obviously the highlight in the signature event. But basketball team gets its first Big Ten win. Women's hockey team got the outdoor win on Friday. Obviously, the wrestling team gets a big win over Nebraska on Friday night. Just and a lot of other Penn State sports in there doing great things. The men's gymnastics team kind of laid the hammer at Illinois, which was interesting after they had just tied at a tournament the previous week. So, congratulations just to everybody involved with that Penn State sports weekend. I know there were a lot of people that got very little sleep over that 3-day period, and really probably over about a 7 or 8 day period. Hopefully they're getting caught up a little bit in the early part of this week, because that was something. I mean, it was just an incredible weekend for Penn State athletics.
I thank God Penn State hockey has a bye week this coming weekend, because I think there's a lot of people who put a lot of hours in over there this weekend. So here's the deal, is that I left the show Thursday afternoon because we were in a suite. We had to have the suite stocked by 5 o'clock Friday. Thursday, excuse me. Usually for the suites it's Friday, so it was Thursday this year.
Yeah.
Because of the women's game on Friday. So I have to tell you this. That stadium was cleared out already by Thursday afternoon.
Yep.
Like, that is some work, man, because it stopped snowing Sunday night. I mean, they must have just started instantly first thing Monday morning. Now, the good thing was they didn't have to do the upper shells, the upper layers of the stadium on either side. So that took about 20,000 seats out that they didn't have to do. But I don't care. They still had to clean 75,000 seats out, and the field. I mean, just an amazing job by a lot of people. OPP had a lot of people on it. I don't know. I didn't hear, but there was rumors that the SCI Benner people were down here, a.k.a. the prisoners from not the old Rockview, which is SCI Benner now. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if they called them in like they did for the Michigan game in 1995. But, great job by all involved in getting that stadium ready. I mean, that's a lot of hassle. I mean, you imagine I had, 40 people up for this weekend. I'm worried about them and this and that and getting here and this and that. And then just think about the people who were in charge of everything. You think you have the stadium prepared, and then boom, 4 days before your first outdoor event there. Now you have to worry about cleaning out the parking lots, cleaning out all the tailgate areas and stuff like that, so you don't have people slipping and sliding everywhere, parking cars in the middle of nowhere getting stuck, or people slipping on ice. Amazing job with all that Penn State people did for this in all of last week. So you guys have all deserved a couple few days off. I know that, man, because that place was humming on Saturday. I got to give them a lot of credit to a lot of people for that.
Yeah, it was just a spectacular scene, and it was a heck of a game. Obviously, love to see as a Penn State fan that any Lions win it, but man, it was a great
really
game.
Good teams, man.
Yeah,
let's not kid ourselves. That is two top five hockey programs in this country, and they went at it head to head, man, and they went at it pretty good, man. That was a good few games they played. Friday night was a tough one, down 3-0 in the first period. I don't know, maybe our guys were looking a little too forward to the Saturday. I don't know, but they fought back, and then, in the end, it didn't happen. But Saturday, again, they take the lead late, and they can't hold it. And, Sparty's a heck of a team, a really good team. And that's a bigger rivalry than people are really talking about. Those two teams aren't exactly like great friends and on good talking terms and stuff like that. It's just funny how that is. People always say that, like, oh, what do you have? Why? What do you guys have rivals for and this and that? I'm like, 20 years ago, I was like, what? Iowa people are really cool. Until you beat Iowa in the late second half in the game out there, and they beat you here when you're in a top 5 team, there's going to start building some angst and stuff like that. So your rivalries begin from them. So, everybody can sit there and say, oh, it's all good. We're all friends and this and that. We're all in the same division. No way. You learn and you start hating each other after a while from playing the same people each year. But when you're done, you all realize you're all in the same. You were all in the same boat anyway. But good job. Congratulations to Penn State hockey. Women's hockey did a great job. But the ground crew deserves it. They're the stars of the whole thing. And the people who worked the stadium, too.
Yeah.
I mean, it just seemed like they were, for not having a lot of parking. And there was an issue getting people, but a lot of people walked up there.
Yeah.
You notice that? You didn't go up, but I was.
No,
I
talked to enough people that
I shuttled a crew up from downtown where we were, and we got about halfway. And I said, "You guys got to walk the rest of the way," because it was a lot of bumper to bumper, but there were so many people walking up there because I had heard that Ubers weren't really easy to get this week. because I don't think that people realize that like this is going to be as big as a football game. So we didn't have the normal Uber people.
Oh,
You know, we used to have a shuttle service in town, a cabbie service. Remember?
I do remember
Yeah,
that.
remember those people. Right? So,
Yeah.
yes, good job. Great job by all.
Yeah. Again, it came across
And it started all the whole week.
spectacularly well on television, and
I wish it wasn't Peacock though. I wish it was on like a more readily available. If you wanted to watch that, you were going to go find it on Peacock, but it wasn't like something you were like flicking around on Saturday and saying, "Oh, that looks great." I wish it was on more TVs.
it will be Saturday was Big Ten Network.
Peacock.
Really? No, the game Saturday was Big Ten Network, which worked beautifully.
Oh, I thought it was Peacock.
No, I don't think so. Because I was flipping around.
Hey, okay, that's good then.
Penguins.
The celebrities, the Spit Chicklets guys that came up here and all that.
Yeah,
they're like folk heroes, dude. It's great. They're like the Hanson brothers, Ryan Whitney and Biz. It was good to see them. It was good to see them at Penn State and something other than football, and it was really, really cool. I loved it.
Yeah, Penguins. What 6-game win streak sticking with hockey comes to an end. Stupid Senators keep coming into Pittsburgh and winning. It's aggravating. But Penguins still sit in second place in the Metropolitan Division. We'll take that.
Flyers are getting
for the time being,
making their McKenna run here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. I also think it's good that the hockey team, going back to Penn State, I think it's good that they have this week off too, just to kind of reset everything again. Sure. So much hype leading up to that. Such an experience. I do think it's good that they have kind of a week to just decompress, reset, focus back in here, and then obviously now a big stretch run starting with these 2 games at Michigan, which obviously is another of the very strong national title contending teams in the conference this year. So
for as strong as we know that the Big Ten wrestling is, Big Ten hockey is pretty damn strong itself.
Yep.
Nationally with the 5-10 teams in there.
No doubt about that.
Wrestling Friday, nothing big.
Yeah, awesome. a lot of talking points coming out of that. Listen, the whole process is right, and their whole approach is that it's a learning experience you're building, and then you're trying to peak and show your best at nationals, and then the whole process starts over again pretty much that next day, and a lot of these guys will be going on to freestyle tournaments and world competitions and all of that. So with that as kind of the backdrop, I don't know. Braden Davis obviously came out like a ball of fire. I think sometimes when you do that, again, you get that adrenaline rush from the crowd. I think he's still – I don't think it's that he's out of shape. I've seen a couple people, boy, he's really out of shape. When you are not expecting to be having to cut weight on a regular basis, and then you are now cutting weight on a regular basis. And yes, I mean, should he, in the ideal world, should he be monitoring that all along and you got to be ready to go? Yes. And also then there's the reality of what human beings do when they recognize a situation they're in. And, 90% plus of us are like, well, all right. I mean, yes, I'm going to take it seriously, but yeah, maybe I'm going to have a little extra snack here. Maybe I'm not going to watch as much on this particular weekend, whatever. I think he'll be just fine. I really do. I think I've had more people ask me about the end of that. First of all, I didn't see it when it actually happened. I had a couple people text me. I'm looking down at my notes as soon as the fall's called, and I kind of look up and I see, Braden then kind of standing over him. And so it's obvious that there were some extracurriculars. I didn't see the pat to the stomach till I went home. I had a couple people text me saying, "Hey, Braden kicked him," just so you know that's what happened. So first of all, obviously, any wrestler, Braden included, you got to keep your cool and just not react. In his defense, I think it was a genuine misunderstanding. I don't think Brock Hardy meant anything, but I think he genuinely was saying, "Man, that was a heck of a match. You really came out and and took it to me." I kind of feel fortunate that I was able to get that. So, he taps him a couple times. I think genuinely trying to tell Braden, "Hey, man, good job. That was a great match." Braden has his hands over his eyes and is, distraught at being pinned and feels his stomach being tapped a couple of times and isn't seeing what it is that Brock is doing. He's just feeling this. And so I think, he gets up thinking that, misinterpreting that, Hardy's kind of like an extra, I got you, dude. And so again, regardless, you can't kick him. You can't. But if you're thinking one thing, and that was unfortunate. The Levi Haynes situation where he pushed him off the mat, that one I really don't understand. And Levi is, in my view, lucky he wasn't disqualified. You cannot be pushing guys once you go off the mat and the whistle blows. You just have to stop. That's. I know they deducted the team point or gave his opponent a point for the unsportsmanlike conduct. I'm just telling you, a different official on a different night, and that's 6 points going up for Nebraska, and you're disqualified. Well, yeah, because you can't do that. You can't push a guy, especially on a raised platform like that. That was really dangerous, and it was really unlike Levi. So I don't know if something else was going on there. I don't know if he just didn't realize, which is pretty hard to to imagine. I mean, you got eyes, you see where you're at. I don't know. That was very un-Levi-like, and again, could have really
the 6 point thing. I didn't realize the 6 point thing, but you are right about that. That would have changed the whole complexion of the whole thing.
Yeah. So again,
so back to Braden real quick. Even I said last week about how I like that Hardy kid. I think that he wrestled hard. He wasn't like one of those overly, a Ferrari type or an Iowa type of wrestler. I always thought he was a classy kid when he wrestled our guys.
Brock Hardy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've often said that. Nebraska guys are very cool and calm. They're tough as hell, and they wrestle hard, and they ain't dirty. So that was the weird thing for me to see out there, and but with what you just said, with his hand over his eyes and somebody going, "Good job," and you could take that as patronism 100,000,000%, and you could understand what was going on there. And he was just frustrated that he lost. It was because he was doing really, really well, actually. You would know as well as I do. He was killing. I mean, he thought he did great, and then that to happen. I mean, I've told you before, I'm not a real poop talker when I was playing football. But when you do hit somebody and knock them on their booty tang, and the patronism and helping them up and saying you're better than that, that is the ultimate TS talking S, in my opinion. And that's the only thing I would ever say is something like that. Come on, you're better than that. That's a horrible thing to say, but I can see what Braden probably thought that Hardy may have been saying something like that, like, better luck next time, little boy, or something like that. But I don't think that was the reason.
No,
but,
you can see on
the Levi
it clearly
one
was not.
You are so right there. That is so out of his.
It was just strange.
Most Penn State guys, it's really out of his range.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the elephant in the room after the heavyweight match, and you lose the match, and you're out there dancing around like you had just won the freaking Stanley Cup.
Yeah, and again, I'm not going to go overboard on the criticism. I do think it is, and listen, I mean, he's bounced around from from different programs for a variety of reasons, but one of them is that it is and listen, wrestling we talk about all the time. It's an individual sport with the team component. AJ Ferrari is very much focused on the individual, which again is every wrestler is. Even those that are team first, all in guys, like part of that being a team first guy is you got to take care of your business, which means you are preparing, working your tail off, doing everything you can to get yourself into position to win your match, because that's what you can control is your preparation. So I think his team, if you watch Brock Hardy's like, no, don't do this, man.
Yeah,
like
okay,
we got whooped as a team.
And they did really well, though. They didn't get whooped.
And you won, but I mean, it wasn't like you lit the world on fire here. You didn't get a takedown in the match. So, I mean, I think it was more his teammates. Like, if you're Penn State, it's to me, it's just like a guy at the end of the game, of a football game. Like, all right, you're down 35-7, and you get a sack, and you get up and you're doing the big celebration with 20 seconds left. It's like, well, okay, you sacked the backup quarterback. No, he wasn't, wrestling the backup heavyweight, but let's say the starter's in there for some reason. Well, the game's over, you lost. Like, how much are you going to celebrate? And I just think it's a lack of awareness on Ferrari's part. It doesn't bother me. And in some ways, again, it's drawing eyeballs to the set. It's like, oh, is he going to do it? Is he going to do it? And, some people love it. Some people hate it, whatever. Where it would bother me is as a teammate. It's like, why are you celebrating? We just lost the dual meet 26-12,
the last match,
dude. And it's like, again, understanding. Now, if you just won the dual meet for your team, you want to take extra celebration lap, so be it. I think it rubs his teammates wrong more than it does any of the Penn State fans, or should any more than the Penn State fans, or certainly the team. I don't think the team gave a rip one way or another, whether he does the split and the flex. But you could see his teammates like, oh, come on.
Man. Well, I noticed that. I mean, I was watching it at home at that point. We had left here Friday night, went home, we were watching it. And then I was telling somebody I was with, I said, watch this. This jackass is going to go through this because he won the match, right? And once he went down in the split, the Big Ten Network panned away. I don't know if you knew that.
I did.
They didn't let him get into the flex and this and that. So what they showed on TV was just him going down into the split. And I was like, well, there it comes. And then, boom, they went back and they were interviewing him.
Yeah, they did hustle him over and get him in line, and he did shake hands with everybody
didn't
without
stop
incident.
From this Facebook update on Saturday morning. It was about 9 sentences long with the word "I" in it, like 58 times, and I'm like, dude, come on, man. But you're right. It is. I understand that it is an individual sport, but it is wrapped up in a team concept. Or I might have that backwards, but
no,
I mean that guy. But that's your job. You go out and win. Okay, that's how you're going to lead. You go out and win. But don't be you're the guy who's the third team running back doing backflips behind the quarterback when he takes a knee, and you didn't carry the ball but twice the whole game. The people what I can't stand. I'm sorry, I'm cutting you off here.
No,
what I really can't stand is when the guys are celebrating at midfield now and desecrating the center of the flags of the field, and then the other team runs out. There's a big brawl after, and you're just like, dude. You had 60 minutes to figure this out. And now we have all these fake wannabe and it's never anybody who's playing. You have all these fake tough guys who want to run around out there thinking they're tough nuts and this and that. And then, you didn't even play. You're the one trying to put the flag into the ground. Oh, yeah, we're going to do this. It's going to be great. We dominated. You didn't even play, dude. I mean, that's the stuff that I hate. But you saying the Nebraska teammates were even like, let's go. Come on, man. Let's get the hell out of here. Quit dancing. I like that.
I think that's more of a problem than it is, again, showboating or upstaging.
All right, I haven't. Is his little brother? He's a little off too, but he's not as out there as he
has not been as flamboyant. No,
but he has the flamboyant tendencies.
We'll take a break here. We are back with much more. It is our Thursday edition. Oh, Denny is asking on Braden Davis if it's that he's going out too fast at the start and gassing. I can't prove it. I really think it has more to do with just getting the weight cut right. And I think he's already made progress in that regard. In this particular duel, I do think there is a chance. I'll go back to. Let me pick this up on the other side, because I do think the adrenaline rush at the start can come back and bite you a bit later, and I think it's why trying to get into a habit of being consistent with your routine ahead of a match is important as much as you can. And I have an example of a situation where that wasn't the case, I think, and it did come back and bite Penn State previously. So we'll take a break here. We are coming back with much more at Quaker Steak and Lube. It is the Lion Country Kia Goon and Ironhead Show.
From decorating the tree to family dinners, gift exchanges, and get-togethers, the holidays are filled with traditions. Why not start a new one this year with a Kia during the Season of New Tradition sales event at Lion Country Kia? No matter where you're traveling this holiday season, the spacious 7-seater 2025 Kia Telluride can get you there. Lion Country Kia has 16 available with as low as 0.9% APR for up to 60 months or up to $2,000 in Kia finance rebates. But that's not all. Lion Country Kia has a great selection of Kia Sorentos, Sportages, Seltos, and more. There's 84 vehicles ready to move. And many have Kia's Season of New Tradition sales event retail bonus cash as high as $1,000. Happy holidays from the staff at Lion Country Kia, 1334 Drivable Street off Shiloh Road behind Sam's Club, State College.
If you love wings, if you love rings, and all kinds of other tempting things, great times, great food, get to Quaker Steak and Lube.
Get our Best Wings USA signature sauces, mouth-watering appetizers, or any of our delicious award-winning lube favorites.
Great times, great food, get to Quaker Steak and Lube.
I'm the Modelo Recruiter, and I'm looking for fans with good hands and great speed. The ones who stay focused and never miss a play. They go the distance on game day, even when their team is away. I'm always watching, always looking to reward more full-time fans. Because football isn't really football without you.
Lusk & Associates Sotheby's International Realty proudly presents the introduction of our new State College office at 314 South Borough Street in State College. At Sotheby's International Realty, we advertise locally, nationally, and internationally, bringing the best of advertising and promotion to each and every one of our properties, big or small. Call now.
A lot has changed about State College. One thing that hasn't is W.C. Clark's Coffee Roasters on 234 East Calder Way. 30 different varieties of specialty coffee beans sourced from over 25 countries and roasted with love each morning in Happy Valley for over 45 years. They'll ship their fresh roasted coffee from their doorstep to yours. Order online at statecollegecoffee.com. That's statecollegecoffee.com.
Hi, welcome to Timberland Federal Credit Union, a financial cooperative for its members, tracing all the way back to 1973.
Experience Timberland Federal Credit Union, where you're greeted with a smile and financial solutions are tailored to your unique life journey. Here, we're not just financial professionals, we're your neighbors. People invested in your financial needs, literacy, and empowerment. Your dreams matter to us, whether they're about buying a home, growing a nest egg, or embarking on new adventures. TFCU draws from the past and invests in the future, offering modern tools like online banking to give you the freedom to manage your money practically anytime. Additionally, we're passionate about giving back both time and resources because enhancing our community is at the core of why we're here. Visit TFCU in person or online to learn more about our services and apply for a membership today.
WFXS, once again.
The Fox, your sports radio. Broadcasting live, loud and proud from Central PA's Sports Authority. WFXS America. 98.7, The Fox State College.
And we are back on a Tuesday afternoon. Yeah, it is possible, going back to Braden Davis. I mean, again, I think it has more to do with just getting the weight cut under control. But I will say, I think Braden was obviously fired up at the start of that match. You get a couple of takedowns. The crowd is into it. That can zap some of your energy and catch up with you as the match progresses. So is that, probably part of what happened?
Yeah.
Excuse me, in that particular match Friday. Yeah. I know when David Taylor wrestled Kyle Dake in the NCAA finals, Taylor was so jacked up ahead of time.
Right.
I think he tired himself out before that match even started, just with, again, the energy that he felt he needed to bring. And I think he got out of his routine in terms of how he leads up to a match and was like, all right, I got to do everything kind of bigger and better than ever. And it's like, well, no,
it's crazy.
You just did. But, I do think it's part of what is a challenge. And it's like for the Super Bowl teams on Sunday, all right, it is just another game at the end of the day. I mean, you're just going out there playing the same game. But darn well it's not just another game. Well, how, part of, I think, who ultimately wins that game is which team has more players that do a better job of just sticking with the routine and not making it out to be more than it is. And again, it's an easy thing to say. It's like, well, yeah, I mean, it's just football. Go through your normal routine. But it's the Super Bowl. Well, that's got to be tougher to get to sleep the night before. It's got to be tougher to kind of contain your own enthusiasm throughout the morning leading up to it. All of it, right? I mean, it's
sure. And I'll tell you right now, you can overhype or underhype yourself. Like I always tell you, you sitting around in a hotel room all day waiting for a night game is the absolute worst. Now, you hate it because the old man, and even, we're hearing stories about James over-meeting. There's also chances of you're saying, get off your feet, and, but you could be just, I remember playing Rutgers, I think my senior year. I think we didn't have any of that. We were just like, let's just go play the game. And we just came out it just felt like lackadaisical. It was just like, ho-hum. You know what I mean? Where that can happen. But what you just said about David Taylor, it absolutely happens. Case in point, 2012 Penn State's opening game versus Ohio. Remember, I mean, we watched that team. The game was at 1 o'clock. That team showed up at 10:30, and they were on. And the whole stadium was full.
Yeah,
cheering them on. These guys are up here emotionally. This and that. They're out there practicing. They're warming up, and this and that. Fourth quarter, they were done. Ohio was running all over them because they had no more, and they had nothing left. And you peaked too early, and that's definitely a thing. And I could definitely see that have happened with Braden. And then him laying on the ground with his hands above his face, he's probably going. He probably it all went into his head at one time. Like, damn it! I overdid it. I went too, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he'll learn.
Oh, yeah. And that's, yes. I mean, that is part of sports, right? Is part of life. I mean, hopefully you're learning from every experience, but the only way you can learn from an experience like that is to go through it and to see kind of how it plays out and then make adjustments
interesting to
accordingly.
See how Braden will do against Hardy in the Big Tens.
Yeah.
If it comes to that, it'll be interesting to see.
Oh, listen, I think across the board, Penn State historically under Cal Sanderson does a great job of making adjustments from the regular season to the postseason, and even in matches they win. The general trend has been Penn State's guys, like if they win a 8-5 match in the regular season, it tends to be more of a 12-4 match at Big Tens or Nationals. Not always. There's plenty of exceptions, but the general trend has been Penn State does an exceptionally good job. Their kids and coaches do an exceptionally good job of making adjustments based on previous meetings.
We talk about Guy, though. I mean, I know we're talking about wrestling right now, but Guy, that's like his MO. His MO
no
is
doubt.
He has his guys. He's a lot like Kalen in the peaking of his teams. He doesn't want a team peaking in December.
Yeah, it was really interesting. I'm going to bring it back.
I'm
here.
sorry.
No, it was really interesting. Saturday night, again, I was able to do guest PA for men's volleyball, and it was really interesting for me to and I don't think I'd been to a men's volleyball match in a few seasons, probably 3 or 4 years here. So the whole experience was interesting to me. But I'm watching Hawaii's head coach, and you can just kind of see him. Like, I don't even know what it is he's looking at or watching for, but he is just constantly looking at the Penn State formation. And, and I think back to Russ Rose and I mean, just the constant notes and then the adjustments that his teams would make. The Hawaii coach wasn't writing down notes, but I mean, you could see it, like his eyes were just laser focused, and you could see him looking at what Penn State was doing and then make a comment to either one of the players or a coach, like pretty much after every point. Excuse me. And so, you're constantly evaluating, at least good coaches, good players. You're constantly evaluating, trying to figure out, all right, what do I think is going to work? You try something, it doesn't work. It's like, all right, let's try something else. If you try something and it works, right? I mean, you see this in football a lot. Well, all right, we're going to keep running that until they show they can make the adjustment to stop it. And then once they do, if they do, then all right, well, now we got to find something else we can play off of that. Now we've got them. Right. And so that's the constant thing. I am going to be really interested to see with Penn State and Nebraska, 3 matches in particular, the 3 losses is what adjustments, not just the Penn State kids make, not just what Braden Davis, PJ Duke, and Cole Mirasola, what they do, but what does Brock Hardy do differently maybe at the outset of the match with Braden Davis? Antrell Taylor, what does he do to maybe try to get in on his attack with PJ Duke? AJ Ferrari trying to finish off a takedown attempt in that first period. Like, again, it's all going to be fascinating to me if and when we see those meetings, whether it's Big Tens or Nationals, with those matchups. And then it's going to be the same thing with Ohio State in a couple of weeks, because Ohio State has been wrestling exceptionally well. Now, it sounds like Cannon's not going to be, at least that seems to be the word out of Ohio State, not officially, but looks like Brandon Cannon's not going to give it a go here now until the postseason of the Big Ten tournament, which is a bummer just from, man, you'd love to see both teams at full strength in the dual meet. Certainly, again, you understand if, they got to get him as healthy as they can for the postseason, because those are going to be important points for Ohio State. But it's going to be the same thing. Like, all right, let's see how these matchups go, and then let's see a couple of weeks later, in that case, 3 weeks later, all right, now what adjustments are made if and when they meet at Big Tens, and then if and when they meet at NCAA.
Brings into my question the film work. It's just,
it's
do you just
more
go
of the
off of
feel.
memory?
Well,
feel, yeah, you're right.
Kale did an interesting at his weekly media session. I'm not sure exactly what the question was. Something along the lines of, do you still get out on the mat and roll around every day?
Video of him is that,
and he's like, well, yeah, not every day, and I'm not as as upset if I don't get out there on a given day, but most days, yes. But what he talked about was putting the wrestlers in positions where, whether they realize it or not, it's like, all right, if we're in the same position, like you're going to start to figure out, all right, coach keeps trapping me like this. I got to figure out a way. Now, coaches will help, though, but I mean, at some point, you're like, all right, I got to get out of this. And you kind of figure it out. It's like, all right, and you talk to the coaches, talk to teammates, whatever, but it's being put in those positions and feeling it. Well, again, Braden Davis didn't feel Brock Hardy in the third period until the third period on Saturday or on Friday night. And now he has that feel. It's in his memory bank. And again, you can make whatever adjustments you need to, but it's that feel. Same thing with PJ Duke. I think PJ will make some adjustments with his setups, and I think he will get in much more often on Antrell Taylor if and when they meet again this season. I think there's just some little things there that he'll be able to adjust quickly. Oh. Cole Mirasula is going to be, and AJ Ferrari. I am really intrigued because I'm hoping Cole took from that. Hey, I am right there now. Cale has often said, and I'm right there with him. Like it is one thing to keep a match close. It is another to then beat a guy. Like a lot of guys can keep. Levi Haynes only won by a couple of points over Chris Minto. Again, if you're Minto, you're like, man, I just need a takedown, and that's true. The thing is, who has been able to get a takedown against Levi Haynes when they need it? About three guys throughout his college career that have been able to do that. So
he's been taken down 3 times.
I do. Oh no, many more. Cole Mirasula has a chance here. Again, I think if the confidence is there, and I think it should be, he is going to be able to make some adjustments here and realize, if I get a takedown, it puts a lot of pressure on a guy who is not real comfortable trying to be offensive oriented. Now, again, a lot easier said than done. I'd say, just go get a takedown of AJ Ferrari. That's all you got to do. But again, now he has that feel. He knows kind of how that match progressed. You can kind of play out in your mind, all right, this is how I'm going to go about it next time, and you can go to work trying to practice that with a lot of good practice partners in that wrestling room. So, again, both ways, it'll be interesting to see the adjustments that both the Penn State and the Nebraska kids make moving forward. And Nebraska, I'm sure, is saying the same thing. Man, Christopher Minnow, he has a chance to win that. We just need to figure out, Jacob Van D. Man, we just need to get that first takedown on Marcus Blaze. And again, all of those just like with Colt Marisol, a lot easier said than done. Yeah, go get that first takedown. Well, good luck getting the first takedown on Marcus Blaze. That is a really hard thing to do, and it's really hard to do on AJ Ferrari as well. So, again, that's part of the fun of the sport, and sports in general is seeing those adjustments. But wrestling in particular, it can be night and day, even from one week to the next, or even in the room one day to the next. Like one day, you might happen to be in there on a day where wrestler X is just crushing Y. And then if somebody else goes in there the next day, it's like, well, this is wrestler Y's day and he's on it. And well, if you're comparing notes, it's like, oh yeah, man, wrestler X is unbelievable. Wrestler Y, he's struggling. Well, if you went in there the next day, that observer has the exact opposite opinion. And so, it's kind of over time, and that's why, being consistently great is really hard, right? I mean, that's why we recognize and celebrate greatness. It is not an easy thing to do, because you're battling through. Hey, I'm having a bad day. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm going to be great at this. And again, it's the combination of talent, mindset, all of the things that come into play that have to carry out for greatness consistently to be displayed. And it's why, this streak that Penn State is on, 83 straight wins, is so impressive, because that is not an easy thing to do when you have, dual meets where you have a couple of starters out, or you have a starter out and another couple of guys that are battling some sickness.
As
or
people say all the time, this is still the Big Ten.
Well,
and you're winning 83 matches in a row. It's like, dude, it's not like you're wrestling like, the Big Five schools down in Philly. You're wrestling the top 10, 4 of the top 10 every year, if not more, probably more, actually.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
And
so there's really no, it's just, it's very interesting when we're talking about. So there's no analytics on Ferrari, when he breaks, he always goes right. You know what I mean? Like, you can watch a quarterback. You watch Jalen Hurts. He always bleeds to the right. I mean, I'm watching it as a fan.
Yeah.
Now, if a person is really into analytics and breaking film down, we'll sit there and say Ferrari shoots the right leg.
Oh, yeah,
78,
for sure.
They do have that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you are there is some film study and stuff. And
well, I mean, yes, that stuff is available. And
it's just because guys wrestled him before and say this is what he does well. I mean, that's a big thing, too. It's like, hey, avoid that, I mean, there are things you try to avoid, like don't let him get his hands in here.
And again, that's sometimes easier said than done.
No doubt about it.
Hey,
because
don't let Mitchell mess and break up the armbar in. Well, thanks, Skippy.
As I'm armbarred up.
Whatever you do, don't let Penn State, any of their guys, get the bow and arrow on you.
Too late now. Okay. What do I do now? What do the analytics say I do as I'm laying on the mat?
Yeah, again, a lot easier said than done in terms of the prevention.
Bow and arrow. That's my second favorite move.
What's my favorite?
I'm trying to think of the name of it. It's when you splay the guy out. Is it a splay?
Spladle. Spladle is painful.
Oh,
that is painful.
If I recall, the guy from Nebraska got put into a spladle last year.
All right, we're going to take a break here. When we come back, we'll talk some Super Bowl. Obviously, more Super Bowl talk on Thursday, but I won't be here Thursday, so we'll talk a little bit about the Patriots and the Seahawks. Go Seahawks.
Go teams.
Yeah,
I got no.
Here in Pennsylvania, it's not a Super Bowl that brings out a lot of passion.
Oh, so you're not like a typical Steelers selfish fan. I don't want them to win those Super Bowl.
I absolutely don't want them to win.
Eagle fans would not be like that. Not at all.
Get out of here, you knucklehead. We'll take a break and be back with much more. It is the Country Kia Goon Ironhead show here from Quaker Steak and Lube.
From decorating the tree to family dinners, gift exchanges, and get-togethers, the holidays are filled with traditions. Why not start a new one this year with a Kia during the Season of New Tradition sales event at Lion Country Kia? No matter where you're traveling this holiday season, the spacious 7-seater 2025 Kia Telluride can get you there. Lion Country Kia has 16 available with as low as 0.9% APR for up to 60 months or up to $2,000 in Kia finance rebates. But that's not all. Lion Country Kia has a great selection of Kia Serenos, Sportages, Seltos, and more. There's 84 vehicles ready to move. And many have Kia's Season of New Tradition sales event retail bonus cash as high as $1,000. Happy holidays from the staff at Lion Country Kia, 1334 Driveover Street, off Shiloh Road, behind Sam's Club, State College.
If you love wings, if you love rings, and all kinds of other tempting things, great times, great food, get to Quaker Steak Lube.
Get our Best Wings USA signature sauces, mouth-watering appetizers, or any of our delicious award-winning lube favorites.
Great times, great food, get to Quaker Steak Lube.
I'm the Modelo Recruiter, and I'm looking for fans with good hands and great speed. The ones who stay focused and never miss a play. They go the distance on game day, even when their team is away. I'm always watching, always looking to reward more full-time fans. Because football isn't really football without you.
Lusk & Associates Sotheby's International Realty proudly presents the introduction of our new State College office at 314 South Borough Street in State College. At Sotheby's International Realty, we advertise locally, nationally, and internationally, bringing the best of advertising and promotion to each and every one of our properties, big or small. Call now.
A lot has changed about State College. One thing that hasn't is W.C. Clark's Coffee Roasters on 234 East Calder Way. 30 different varieties of specialty coffee beans sourced from over 25 countries and roasted with love each morning in Happy Valley for over 45 years. They'll ship their fresh roasted coffee from their doorstep to yours. Order online at statecollegecoffee.com. That's statecollegecoffee.com.
Hi, welcome to Timberland Federal Credit Union, a financial cooperative for its members, tracing all the way back to 1973.
Experience Timberland Federal Credit Union, where you're greeted with a smile and financial solutions are tailored to your unique life journey. Here, we're not just financial professionals, we're your neighbors, people invested in your financial needs, literacy, and empowerment. Your dreams matter to us, whether they're about buying a home, growing a nest egg, or embarking on new adventures. TFCU draws from the past and invests in the future, offering modern tools like online banking to give you the freedom to manage your money practically anytime. Additionally, we're passionate about giving back both time and resources because enhancing our community is at the core of why we're here. Visit TFCU in person or online to learn more about our services and apply for a membership today.
WFXS, once again.
The Fox, your sports radio. Broadcasting live, loud and proud from Central PA Sports Authority. WFXS America. 98.7, The Fox, State College.
And we are back. I don't think so. Eagles don't have enough Super Bowl wins to be worried about anyone. Oh boy.
Oh.
Shots fired on this Tuesday afternoon.
Oh, okay. I don't find
facts are facts.
I mean, the Birds have won 2 since you guys won the last one, so let's pipe it down a bit, huh?
Still polishing up the
That's
other four
okay.
that we have.
You and the Steelers, you and the Cowboys can go hang out all you want. And talk
Well,
about
next year.
Listen to Bruce Springsteen glory days all you want.
Next year is 7, baby. Next year is the year.
I'm turning into one of those, like, you know what? I thought it was cool, the Patriots run back in the day.
I did not.
You know what I mean? Now I'm like, now it sucks. Now I'm like, they're
dynasties stink unless they're your team.
Yeah.
Like Penn State Wrestling is obviously an awesome dynasty.
I'm watching that
Steelers in the 70s were an awesome dynasty, but these other dynasties are ruining sports.
It's crazy, though, how bad the Steelers were before the 70s.
It is.
I don't because I wasn't alive, but it's like,
it's crazy how bad the Penguins were before all of you arrived. I mean,
I saw that live.
Good heavens.
What was it, 10 years in the Spectrum? No wins? And it wasn't like you were playing there once a year. You were in there 5 or 6 times a season.
No, it was brutal.
10 years of not winning in another team's barn. Holy crap, man.
Although it'd be nice if the Penguins would win sometime in the next decade against Ottawa at home. It's just
okay. Would you rather have
what
this,
the Senators
Jeffrey?
have been able to do in Pittsburgh. Yeah.
The Philadelphia Flyers, in my lifetime, have lost the last 6 times they played for the Stanley Cup Finals. 6 in a row. Now think about that. They have not won. They won 2, the first 2 that they won. Boom, boom.
Yeah.
And then they have lost the last 6 that they have played in. They lost to the Montreal when they started that dynasty in 76 to 80. And then they lost to the Islanders in their dynasty. And then lost to the Oilers twice. Yeah. And they lost to the Red Wings in their dynasty. And then the Blackhawks in that little dynasty run there. It was like, Jesus, it's like you get caught up in that, man. What would you rather have, a crappy team or lose 6 Stanley Cups?
So I'll speak for me, but I'd much rather be in the Stanley Cup and have a team that is, on the brink. I get the heartache and all of that, but it's the same thing. Like, would you rather get blown out or lose a heartbreaker? Like, yes, the emotions involved, it's crushing, but obviously, you'd much rather be in a tight competitive game.
You want a lot of games to get there.
And listen, just think about this. Like on Saturday, again, would you have loved Penn State hockey to win? Obviously. But the moments leading right up to that overtime goal, that was a great game, great energy. The goals that Penn State scored, the place was rocking and rolling.
Dude,
those are
awesome.
Great memories. Well, it's the same thing. If it stinks, and the lasting memory is always the last one. And so, you're going to remember, we lost the heartbreaker in overtime to Michigan State, or if you're a Bills fan, we lost a 4th straight Super Bowl. Yeah, but you were there, man. And the moments leading up to it, and each year you're like, hey, this is going to be our year. You'd much rather. To me, that's
because
easy.
They won
and
a lot
obvious.
of games to get to that opportunity, that point. But it just, they hurt losing 6 cups. So the Steelers have lost 2 Super Bowls.
Yes,
lost 2.
Yep.
Eagles are 2-3. They lost the 81 Raiders, Patriots, and then the first Chiefs. When they avenged that one, they avenged the Patriots and the Chiefs.
Yeah,
Raiders are next, pal.
One other thing, just from the Penn State sports weekend,
basketball.
It was great to see Matt Campbell out. Well, we can get to basketball too. It was great to see Matt Campbell out and about.
Oh.
I will say, and a couple people said the same thing, and I think everybody's in the same boat. It's like, we're okay with it. He definitely does not have the persona or the grasp of the public speaking where it's like, man, you got to listen to this guy. He is very much a football coach who's like, hey, I know part of the job is I got to do this. Again, I'm okay with it. I think he'll get better at it as he gets more comfortable with the we are. And God bless him. I mean, it was great. But it was like, we are.
Yeah.
We are. It's like, let it breathe a little bit. Go strong. And it's so, But it was fun. It was fun to see him out there. It was fun to see the fans responding to him and his family, both at the wrestling on Friday night and at the hockey on Saturday. I also just cannot help but I'm reading a bunch of stuff. There's Bills fans that are very upset over Joe Brady. It's like, well, if you're going to just stay with the same staff, like, why would you not just keep McDermott? All of this stuff. Here is the thing. No matter what you do with a coaching change, if the team, it doesn't matter. Like, what you think of Matt Campbell, what you think of the staff that he's putting together right now. Again, I think there's been a lot of great things. I think there's some things that I'm concerned about mildly right now. Moving forward, I think next year is going to be a critical year. We'll see how disappointing to see Spell go to Georgia. Obviously was really hoping, he'd end up being a Penn State commit anyway. That's a bummer. One player is never going to make or break any recruiting class or any program. Not a quarterback, not anything. You go back over the years, Dan Kendra, Ron Paulus. Oh my God, it's the end of the world. No, it wasn't the end of the world.
Dan Kendra.
So
holy crap.
The thing is, either Joe Brady's going to win next year and win big, and Bills fans are going to be thrilled, or
they're fine.
They're going to take a step back and they're going to be okay.
Totally
and
fine.
It's the same thing with Matt Campbell. And again, it's not necessarily next year in either case alone, but yeah, it's with all of these coaches. If you're a big time program or you're a professional sports organization, you're going to be judged on wins and losses at the end of the day, and they know that. I mean, the coaches know that when they're hired. It is why, I mean, you joke about it, but it is why they're paid the big bucks. It is a high pressure, big time business, and yeah, you need to produce. You can be the nicest guy, have all of the great relations in the world, and if you're going 8-4 year after year at Penn State, you're going to be out looking for another job, and you can be kind of a jerk and not a great guy. And if you're winning 11 or 12 games every year, you're going to be forgiven, and folks are going to be
sounds similar.
Happy
sounds very
that
familiar.
You're the coach.
Very familiar. One is I thought we were going to lose Campbell Saturday when he dropped the puck and then walked to the ice and almost went down. I mean, all I saw was him half the body in the box in the player bench and then half the body on the ice, and I was like, oh God, we're going to lose him. Two is I love the enthusiasm of the assistant coaches around the stadium, if you know what I mean. I don't know if you saw those videos.
I did.
Some people were like, that's so. I'm like, that's fun, dude. That was a great, fun atmosphere. They're human beings. Let them act like human beings. I loved it.
I'm with you on
that. The thing with McDermott leaving and Brady keeping that same staff, again, I go back to what I say all the time. It's the Philadelphia Eagles, Pittsburgh Steelers. Like, they're not going to completely re-erase like the whole program and start from scratch. It's in a good place right now. It just needs an influx of new blood and new ideas. Your staff is good. You have a good staff. You have a good team. Just the new coach with a couple different things here and there might change it up a little bit. We saw that with Andy Reid in Philadelphia. Look what happened. He goes to Kansas City, completely, horribly, ridiculously successful. Eagles have played in 3 Super Bowls, won 2 of them since Andy has left. So it works out in the end. And I don't think that's going to be a problem in Buffalo. I don't think it's going to be a problem in Pittsburgh. I mean, you have a good structure environment. Like, new blood is not going to, it's going to be good for you. So the Buffalo people who were complaining about that are just, you need to chill out. There's other things. There's bigger things you should be worrying about than that. But what else are we talking about? Like I said, Andy Reid in Philadelphia leaving to go to the Chiefs. I mean, they didn't completely gut the Eagles system and all that stuff. I mean, well, then again, what's his name? Chip Kelly came in and did that himself. So he made people realize how good they actually had it, I think. So maybe you have to fail a little bit with under a jackass, and then the new guy comes in and cleans it up to the way it was. So I don't have a problem with what Pagula did with hiring Brady and keeping that similar attitude, similar environment up there. I think the Steelers have it's a very similar thing that's going to happen there. Just some new ideas, just some new motivation talks, new pregame speeches and stuff like that. Just a little tweak here and there. You never know. You never know how it's going to work out. So I don't think people in Buffalo need to be complaining.
Well, they won't if they win this year and if or next year, and if they don't, then even the people that are happy with the hire are going to be complaining very quickly. And again, that's just the nature of the beast.
Somebody tried to get in my face this week, not get in my face, but somebody tried to be like, well, hell, they tried to hire 15 coaches before they came to Campbell. And I told them the story of the agent thing, and they were like, are you serious? And I pulled it up. I'm like, look at this. And I said, Pat was interested and reached out to his agent. It was his former agent who did not alert Coach Campbell that Penn State had been calling, and there's something wrong about that, in my opinion. But when it all came around, it all worked out.
And even if regardless of the veracity of that or not, or
big word,
whatever, if it is, sometimes it just works out the way it's supposed to. And again, we'll see. I'm not ready to sit here and proclaim this as an unquestioned rousing success. I like the chances. I like the hire, all of that. But again, we got to see what the next few years bring.
I like the new play here. I really do. I mean, you noticed that Saturday. I'm telling you, there was a fresh buzz about the stadium. And the more people I talk to, how excited they are for football, how sort of beaten down they were after last year.
But also, again, I don't care if Matt Campbell was the 20th choice. If it ends up working out, it ends up working out. And, there's all kinds of examples throughout the, business world and life where it's like, oh, man, we couldn't get the guy we really wanted. We had to settle for this guy. And then that guy ends up being the guy. It's like, whoa, this worked out. So, I don't get too caught up in whether or not you took some swings and misses and you ended up with somebody else. It feels like everybody is on the same page. And again, I get it. I'll be the first to tell you. It felt like everybody was on the same page last summer too. What did we know? But it seems like a good hire. Seems like a good fit. And again, it's all the results over the next 2 or 3 years are going to be what everything is judged on. And then people that are, if it isn't going well and it's, couple of 8-4 seasons followed by 7-5, the folks that are, I told you, you were right. And if he wins a national title in year 3, anybody that question it, it's like, well, you have egg on your face now. And again, more likely is somewhere in between the two scenarios just laid out, and it'll lead to people being able to argue either way that it was a great decision and is paying off, or horrible decision and this is what you got.
One thing we didn't talk about was the schedule for the football program next year. Very favorable. Yeah. Another thing we need to talk about is everybody complaining about the schedule and stuff like that. But you see Ohio State, Michigan, now they're dropping their games against Georgia. They're all figuring out how to scamper away from playing those big games.
Yeah,
it's going to suck for us as fans.
Yeah,
but you cannot fault a football program for that.
They have to get college football has to figure this out and get some sort of. I mean, we keep saying it, but I mean, it just has to happen. There has to be some governing organization that takes over, and part of it has to be that organization is at least involved, if not dictating, all right, this is how the non-conference schedules will be laid out. You just have to do that. There has to be some sense of equity within the schedules. And again, I understand that you're never going to have. There's always going to be some schedules that you look at. It's like, man, that's an easier path, and some schedules you look at and well, that's a harder path.
Who knows?
And it happens in the NFL every year, right? You're like, well, that was a relatively easy path.
Oh, look at the Patriots and the Seahawks. They suck. We'll beat them.
Yeah, much harder path. But at least in the NFL, I mean, there is a genuine attempt. And even when a team has an easier path, like it's not a crazy wide disparity as you sometimes have in college football, where you have one team that's playing 5 or 6 top 25 teams over the course of a season and another that played 1. Well, that's ridiculous at the end of the day. So they've got to get that figured out.
Did you notice the only one bye this year?
And part of it has to be, there has to be, to me, there has to be at least one Power 4 conference team.
If we're going to play 9 conference games, and then the Big Ten is saying 9 and the SEC is saying 8, then go back to 8 Big Ten and say, okay, we'll play a Power 4 team, and they can make a day out of it and saying, okay, we're going to pick, the Big Ten SEC matchup today is going to be Auburn, Penn State.
Yeah.
Boom. Wouldn't that be fun to watch that one? Oh, Florida's going to play Washington.
But again, you've got to get a centralized office, and they've got to get moving on this stuff and get a lot of this stuff figured out with the transfer portal, with the NIL stuff. This has to get to a point where they get a much better handle on it.
The starting quarterback of a national championship contending team saying, I haven't been to a class in 2 years.
And it has to be the Big Ten and the SEC that put this thing together, ideally in conjunction with the ACC and the Big 12. But I mean, they've got to get moving and get something set up and, get the NCAA truly completely out of there, because what the NCAA is, what's left of it is just, it's not even a joke. There's nobody. I don't think anybody in the NCAA takes themselves seriously anymore. And, where they do try to enforce now, you're just like shaking your head. And then the other stuff that they're letting go. I mean, Dabo Sweeney was right. They have to have, with the conferences in charge, and again, maybe it's just putting the 4 conferences together and, hey, we're going to designate this person or this group of 5 people, and they got to take over the sport, and this is how we're going to do things moving forward. But this just can't keep going on the way it is. It's not good for the sport. It's not good for college sports in general. It's not good for the athletes. I know they think it is at the moment. It's not.
Did you hear the theory that the NCAA is waiting for Congress to step in and clean all this
up?
They
are. That's not.
Do your freaking job, man.
The conferences are waiting for that too, and that's what I'm saying is that the conferences need to step
that's what
up.
We need more. We need more government
and start to. Where the government can help us with the antitrust stuff and get legislation in there that, exempts them or whatever needs to be written to allow control to be given. Again, you got to get the NCAA. At this point, it's just so toxic. Just the name NCAA is so toxic that just has to be done away with. But you've got to get some sort of governing organization in there. And again, part of it has to be the scheduling. They've got to figure out the distribution of funds for all of the sports, including obviously football and basketball. But then, all right, what is the rest of this going to look like? And it has to be done in, to me, it has to be done on a national stage, so that you don't have the Big Ten with one set of rules, the SEC with another, the ACC again, that is just not a workable situation for the sports and for the athletes moving forward.
I mean, each sport is different. I mean, football is its own entity. Wrestling is its own entity. They're going to have different timetables, and like I said, the fact that we're going into multiple semesters, how to wrestling, that's okay. Basketball is because it's like their normal thing, but if you want to transfer, you're at Penn State for 2 weeks, and then you transfer to another school. I don't get how that one is good for the student. I mean, that's the first thing we got to be talking about, right? Is the actual student, or are we just completely going over there, not even saying student anymore? So, yes, that needs to be cleaned up a whole bunch. The transfer portal, very much so. The NIL deal, I get it. I understand it. Get these kids as much money as they can, but do it legally. We don't need McDonald's bags coming out in the SEC from back in the day, because that's going to start happening again, because the Big Ten has now won 3 straight national titles in football. So get ready for the McDonald's and the KFC bags of cash being thrown around in the South.
Yeah.
Interesting, though, to see how it all will turn out.
Seahawks Patriots is going to be an interesting matchup. Again, I don't want the Patriots to win, but I do like Mike Vrabel, like Drake May, all of that. Just let's go Seahawks. We'll take a break here and be back with a special guest for the final segment.
Baby.
You are listening to the Lion Country Kia Goon and Ironhead show here from Quaker Steak and Lube.
From decorating the tree to family dinners, gift exchanges, and get-togethers, the holidays are filled with traditions. Why not start a new one this year with a Kia during the Season of New Tradition sales event at Lion Country Kia? No matter where you're traveling this holiday season, the spacious 7-seater 2025 Kia Telluride can get you there. Lion Country Kia has 16 available with as low as 0.9% APR for up to 60 months or up to $2,000 in Kia finance rebates. But that's not all. Lion Country Kia has a great selection of Kia Serenos, Sportages, Seltos, and more. There's 84 vehicles ready to move. And many have Kia's Season of New Tradition sales event retail bonus cash as high as $1,000. Happy holidays from the staff at Lion Country Kia, 1334 Driveover Street off Shiloh Road behind Sam's Club, State College.
If you love wings, if you love rings, and all kinds of other tempting things, great times, great food, get to Quaker Steak Lube.
Get our Best Wings USA signature sauces, mouth-watering appetizers, or any of our delicious award-winning lube favorites.
Great times, great food, get to Quaker Steak Lube.
I'm the Modelo Recruiter, and I'm looking for fans with good hands and great speed. The ones who stay focused and never miss a play. They go the distance on game day, even when their team is away. I'm always watching, always looking to reward more full-time fans. Because football isn't really football without you.
Lusk & Associates Sotheby's International Realty proudly presents the introduction of our new State College office at 314 South Borough Street in State College. At Sotheby's International Realty, we advertise locally, nationally, and internationally, bringing the best of advertising and promotion to each and every one of our properties, big or small. Call now.
A lot has changed about State College. One thing that hasn't is W.C. Clark's Coffee Roasters on 234 East Calder Way. 30 different varieties of specialty coffee beans sourced from over 25 countries and roasted with love each morning in Happy Valley for over 45 years. They'll ship their fresh roasted coffee from their doorstep to yours. Order online at statecollegecoffee.com. That's statecollegecoffee.com.
Hi, welcome to Timberland Federal Credit Union, a financial cooperative for its members. tracing all the way back to 1973.
Experience Timberland Federal Credit Union, where you're greeted with a smile and financial solutions are tailored to your unique life journey. Here, we're not just financial professionals, we're your neighbors. People invested in your financial needs, literacy, and empowerment. Your dreams matter to us, whether they're about buying a home, growing a nest egg, or embarking on new adventures. TFCU draws from the past and invests in the future, offering modern tools like online banking to give you the freedom to manage your money practically anytime. Additionally, we're passionate about giving back both time and resources because enhancing our community is at the core of why we're here. Visit TFCU in person or online to learn more about our services and apply for a membership today.
WFXS, once again.
The Fox, your sports radio. Broadcasting live, loud and proud from Central PA's Sports Authority. WFXS America.
98.7, The Fox State College.
And we are back on this Tuesday afternoon. None other than Guy Godowski joining us here at Quaker Steak and Lube. Guy, really appreciate the time. Congratulations to you and the program on just putting together a spectacular weekend and a showcase for college hockey.
Well, thanks for having me, and I appreciate that. But really, it wasn't. You said for a program. It really this was all of Penn State, all of Penn State community, all of the alumni. The showing. I got to be honest. I never imagined that we'd have 75,000 people at a hockey game in minus whatever.
Yeah,
I just never thought it would ever happen. And Penn State is so cool, so cool. The Penn State University is so cool. The athletic department is so cool. And I can't believe they got this done. And it was amazing. The
scene was, I mean, I don't know how you could have asked for anything more. I mean, it popped off of the TV.
It was incredible. You got a sense of a little bit of it was meant to be by everything from just the visual of it. Spitting chiclets in the student section.
Making sure our chiclets are out.
Chiclets out, and then spitting chiclets like they're in the student section. When Gavin, they're on national TV when Gavin McKinnon scores, and it was incredible. What an incredible day! What a win for Penn State, and you know what?
Made honestly, for TV moments out there. It felt like
it was good, and you know what? What a win for college hockey. I mean, it was,
no doubt,
it's incredible.
Guy, we were talking a little bit before you got here. Are you grateful that you have the bye week this week just to kind of reset everything after all that went into this last weekend?
Well, it did. And I mean, I wish there was a bye week for all of the athletic department and the university and the supporters, because so many people, I think probably the coaching staff maybe had it easier. Certainly, we definitely had it easier than facilities. I'll tell you that. And fire and safety and everybody else that worked tirelessly to get snow out of the stadium and to get this to happen. Honestly, I wish. Yes, I am grateful. I wish we could grant that to the entire university.
I was talking earlier, like, what were you feeling Saturday night? I mean, having the whole week of last week looking into it, saying we're going to get 15 to 20 inches of snow here on Sunday and Monday. And I was telling Jeff that I had gone to the suites Saturday or Thursday afternoon, and the snow was gone.
Yeah.
I mean, they just did a great job. Really, everybody just stepped up and said, okay, we got to get this done. We're not going to do the top two overhangs. That was good. You don't have to worry about them. But you still cleaned out 75,000 seats. And I'm telling you, I had a lot of people up here this weekend, and everybody said it was the greatest environment they have been involved with in a long time, if not ever, up there. I mean, it was so much fun. I mean, before the game, the buzz, I mean, everybody's sitting there freezing. Everybody's worried they're going to freeze their asses off. You know what I mean? So it was like everybody was in the same boat in that situation at that time. And it was just like, let's just get up there. And they were cheering. They were screaming. It was good hockey. Dude, that's the other thing you guys aren't getting credit for.
Two great teams.
You got two really good damn teams out there. I mean, Michigan State's pretty good. You guys are playing great right now. You're peaking as usual as a Godowski coach team would do right now at this time of year. You're doing what you do, and dude, congrats, man. Hats off to you, the program, everybody. I mean, you got a long list of people. I mean, that came back into town. I mean, how many icers did you have? 100 plus?
100 plus.
Yeah. And how many alumni do you guys have now, as in the Division I teams?
There's an amazing picture. We actually had to have two
you
alumni
can't see
games.
people. Yeah, you can't see people from side to side because they're so far away.
Did you see
That's how many guys are
awesome?
in it.
Wasn't that amazing? Yeah. I mean, to have everybody come back, and you know what was cool too? There's a number of things you can point to. Man, I never thought this would happen. There was people, like, it was so cold, but when obviously you take a look and it's packed, like you look behind us in the bench, you couldn't see a seat in the entire everything behind us.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking, well, you know what? It's cold out. I wonder how long they're going to stay. Third period, looking at
I know. That's one thing I told you off the air there is I watched you multiple times. Just take a step back from coaching. You did it a few times I saw on TV. Took a step back, and you actually looked around, and I know you were taking it in. Like, this is freaking awesome.
I could not believe, like, the view in front of me was incredible. And then you go and you look behind, and that's when I was thinking it was bigger stands, completely full. Like, not one seat could you see. And it would stay that way the entire game, and I couldn't believe it. And
they all stayed. You're right. And I often tell people, like, when I'm at a football game, I'm like, just go into the stadium and you sit on the field, look at the top row, and you see these little people, and they're like little Lego people up there. And that's the crazy part about it. And you guys are out there, and the viewing was great. I mean, the guys did a great job with getting the ice ready. That was not easy.
No, that's a
I learned more about ice, by the way, in the last week and a half than I never knew in my life.
No, very
difficult. It's
difficult.
too cold to have ice.
That's right. You got to just you got to walk the line, and then there's snow coming out. There's winds. It's getting really cold. Like, you really have to be ready to adjust for everything. They did a great job. And you know what, you're talking about the snow though.
Yeah, we
got a chance to practice there on Wednesday, and there was still a lot of snow. And you have everybody from the highest people up in the athletics department to teams to students to, like, all these employees.
You called a complaint to Pagula, and he was unreal. Like, "You got 15 inches. Shut your mouth, guy."
It was unreal.
Pagula's like, "We usually normally take 7 to 8 feet out of our stadium. It's not a big deal."
Oh my God,
a foot ain't gonna be that bad.
But we were practicing Wednesday, and a lot of times the players just stopped looking at all the people shoveling snow out of the. It was amazing. What a. It was surreal. Penn State is great. I'll tell you that. Penn State.
Well, I mean, Pat did a good job. Vinny, I mean, he's the guy who took it on. You told us that before.
He sure bid on.
And he was like, "Really? This is what you want?" And you know what I texted those guys? I said, "F the NHL." Penn State proved that we can do this on our own. We don't need the NHL to come in here. We don't need to give the Flyers and Penguins any money. We can do this with Penn State people.
You know what? When this was being discussed, I didn't know that they were having the Stadium Series on the same weekend. The NHL had the Stadium Series the same weekend as a college game, and we blew them out of the water.
Yep. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but there are other people who talk about how people are controlling the weather now. Then sending that Arctic blast down to Florida for just this past weekend is a little too suspicious to me. Because my friend kept on telling me, he's like, and you can answer this question. How many times in your lifetime did you play hockey on 80-degree weather?
80-degree weather?
Never. Maybe on rollerblades, never
maybe
on ice.
Maybe on rollerblades, yeah.
So think about those guys in Tampa and in South Beach. And when they had to play, if it was a normal South Florida weather, 75, 78 degrees, those guys are playing hockey in that. I mean, the ice is ice.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a whole different experience for them.
Yeah.
What, they're going to overheat? I mean, they've never played in that.
Yeah, it's interesting. But
did anybody take that into consideration?
I have no idea. But I thought it was extremely cool that, like, Penn State blew them out of the waters in terms of attendance.
And Tampa,
amazing.
I don't know if you watched the highlights of that. That was an awesome
That's
game.
Good. I saw
you see the Tampa Bay coach? I always forget his name because it looks like Mike Hughes. Cooper, right?
Yeah, Coop, John
he dressed
Cooper.
up as Tony Montana.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
He
had the white little suit on. It was so awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
Guy, the hockey itself, I mean, both games could have gone either way, obviously, from a Penn State's perspective. Heartbreaking that they both go Michigan State's way. But we were just talking about how, with the wrestling team Friday night, you learn some things, you try to make adjustments. Just obviously, these are two of the handful of teams that feel like they're going to be among the legit contenders here for the national title at the end of the year. I guess, how good was the experience of just, all right, now we know a little bit more in person what Michigan State has.
I tell you what, Michigan State is excellent. They're one of the top two teams. Like, we play, actually, Michigan's ranked number 1 right now in the nation.
Yep.
And Michigan State, this is awesome, by the way. Wow, I did not see that. That's really cool.
See it, Jeffrey?
Yeah.
So Michigan State number 2, Michigan number 1. We are ranked number 5 right now, and that's a top 5 matchup, and they absolutely are. It was really, really good hockey. Those are the best college players in the nation in that one game. And the thing about it too, like we talk about Terry, but that's what Terry said 15 years ago. Like someday we're going to have top 5 matchups. We're going to have the best college players in the nation. And I don't know if he said at that time it's going to be in front of 75,000 people. But from a quality, just what you asked, from a quality standpoint, Terry Pegula got exactly what he's been asking for.
Talk to me a little bit about the situation and how unique it is with Josh Fleming and Kevin Radler and what they are both doing, the way they are pushing, but also helping each other. It just it is a unique situation, is it not?
It is unique. It's not unprecedented, but there is a prerequisite to it. So it's been done before, but every time I've asked the coaches about it, they're like, well, first of all, you need like 2 amazing teammates. Like it doesn't work if only one guy. Like you need 2 amazing teammates that are incredible people. That's the prerequisite to having a chance at making that work. And I can tell you this, both Kev and Flem are amazing teammates and amazing guys that really are supportive of each other and of Penn State. And that's why this has been working so well. If you don't have that, don't even try it. But that's what we have, and they're both been excellent.
They really have, and it is it's amazing because you keep thinking, all right, well, one of them's got to have a little bit of a down, and they just if you have a game where like they don't have consecutive games, we're like, all right, it looks like this guy's clearly. I think there was I forget now if it was Onward State or the Collegiate a few weeks ago. It's like I think it's time for Fleming, and then Radler the next day. It's like it's unbelievable. It's like lights out. It's like what are you talking about?
And the thing about it, like it's not broke. Like why would we can't? It's been great. So why? I don't know why we tinker with it right now. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to stick that way. Who knows the future? But boy, right now, I mean, man, they've both been playing great. Why not keep it?
Everything about the weekend was spectacular, with the one exception, Charlie Serrato not out there. How heartbreaking was it to not be able to be on the ice and have that experience for him?
It was hard. I felt one thing was looking at him.
Yeah,
because you could just see
it had to.
Yeah, it was really tough for him, and it does suck. He's been having such a great year, and he's he would love to be out there, and it was hard to watch him a little bit. It was tough for him, but listen, you know what? The team keeps doing what we're doing. We'll have a chance to play bigger games. I mean, there's a chance that he comes back for the playoffs, and that would be an unbelievable boost to us if it works. I mean, he's going to work it. Like he's going to work so hard to make sure that he gives himself every opportunity. And if it does, that's going to be a big boost.
When I say the name Theon Fleury, and that type of little dude who just packs power and has the guys on his back, and he's like, let's just go. I see that as Serrato out there, making plays, just throwing his body around, just getting bashed around at times, but loves it. He's probably the guy coming off life laughing his ass off that he just got pummeled.
He is a great. You know what? He's a football player playing hockey. Basically, I got to tell you that. Yeah. And I'm sure you know his dad and a great football family, great hockey family now. But Theo's a good. You know what I like? The between the two of them, the comparison that you made is they both love scoring. Like love scoring. Theo's a tough kid, but did he ever love scoring? Same way as Chuck.
Yep. Obviously, going forward, we got the bye week coming up. We got a couple more weeks. I mean, it is true. The bye week, you did need that, but you are right. The athletic department and the fans might need a week off.
Absolutely.
For the Super Bowl. But I do want to go back to Penn State. I know we're both very high on Penn State right now. So this was this is a nothing weekend forever. And it was always like, how can we get more people up here in the wintertime? I mean, spring, the blue-white game is usually like when everybody comes out of hibernation and comes up here. Now we moved it up a month and a half, actually, with what's going on here with the hockey thing. I mean, is this something we want to continue to do? I don't know if you guys if you even can talk about it. Is there something you would like to do?
I appreciate the question, but the reality is that answer is way above my pay grade, So that's for people well above me.
Yeah, but I'm being serious. I mean, I think that the Penn State fans have proved they don't need to have a marquee matchup, a NHL type of game out there we can do that on our own like there. I mean, I got a little crazy iron-headed, but you could probably tell me to shush. But I figured, you know what? In between periods, you got about half hour. Get a couple wrestling matches in there.
That would be cool.
You throw a couple matches out there.
I would come out to watch.
I mean, you might have it in each zone have a match. I mean, a wrestling match going on 2 guys at a time, 4 guys at. I mean, that would be amazing. A little cold for the guys in the singlets, but
well,
I mean, that's how you. I mean, but just Penn State, the forward thinking of it, and this is what I have been here since. I started coming here in '83. Jeff grew up here. I never started grew school. Up. Yeah, it's true. We both
just raised.
I got here in 1991. It still haven't grown up. It's just grown outwards. But like, that's forward thinking. What happened this past weekend? That is a lot of forward thinking. Where how can we expand Penn State's name? I'm going to tell you right now. I had a suite, as you well know. I had 25 people in it, and I had 10 people who had never been to Penn State before. 4 of which were like freaking diehard Notre Dame fan. We're not on the radio, so buttholes. Just hated Penn State forever, and everyone pulled me aside Saturday night, and like, dude, this was freaking awesome. Yeah. That was so freaking cool out there. So good. I can't wait. My kid was watching that game. He was here today. He's hooked on Penn State. I look over. The kid the night before had a Notre Dame jacket on. He got a Penn State hat on, and he's sitting there saying, "Come on, Dad, I want to go buy a jersey. And Dad's over there going, oh, great. All the Notre Dame gear I bought him over the years, now I got to replace with Penn State. So,
that's right.
Again, forward thinking by Penn State. Make the new fans. Get some younger blood in here. Get the hockey fans involved. I mean, did they not think that we were hockey fans in Pennsylvania? I mean,
I don't know the expectation, but one thing, you said it, but I do think it should garner a repeat here. Like Vinny and Pat and the entire athletic department, I mean, they're not afraid to bite off a huge hunk and try to chew it. And I give them all the credit in the world, because the easiest thing would have been like, come on. Like, it's too much work, too many variables, too much whatever. Might they not show up? Like, they were like, no, this is Penn State. We're going to do it. And I give them all the credit in the world. And I never imagined there'd be as many people.
Especially Sunday night when there was 15 inches of snow on the ground.
It's incredible.
You sit there saying, we're not going to play this game.
Oh, people ask me all the time, well, what happens if you can't play it? I was like, there is no answer. We're playing it.
I don't know how you're going to put 75,000 people in Pagola, but I mean, it would be a pretty tight one. But
it would be a good atmosphere, though, wouldn't it?
Oh, can you imagine the people smushed against the glass, everything? No, I mean, there was no talk of that, right? Nothing.
No,
there couldn't have been, right?
We're getting it done. That's not how they think. That's not how they think.
Absolutely.
Like, we're getting it done. It's not, is it going to play? Maybe the question was, what more do we have to do? It was never, not them. No.
I know that, again, it's above your pay grade, but the tops, if they could have been sold, would they have sold them? Or is that the plan from the start? Again, pay grade.
Right. Exactly.
You're just a pretty face, baby. You're just a pretty face out there. That's what you are, baby. You know, just get out there, show your teeth a little bit.
I get the
show the hair. Let's get the lettuce going.
Well,
So let's talk about it.
Yeah, this was a lifesaver. This is so Goon gave me this.
To borrow.
He let me borrow this, and it's so cool. A lot of our players, so I got to wear it. We practiced Wednesday, and it was a lifesaver. I'll tell you that. And also as a hit, the players loved it. They're like, "Where the heck? Did you
How would you not love that?
It is awesome, and it worked. It was warm. I was very warm. I thought I was pretty stylish, and you know what's funny? There's a few shots that went out on social media of the team on the ice, etc. And we got flooded with people asking where they would buy this.
I figured that had to be.
Yeah.
Right now, the Adidas people the Adidas people are in the Ukraine right now looking for that hat. That's what they're doing right now. The Adidas people are going to make this hat for
right.
The Godowski, they're going to call it.
Guy, I wanted to talk a little bit about we talked about Fleming and Radler, but the Goon and I have been talking about the wrestling team, and Kale just has such a comfort level right now with the program and where it's at and the guys that are in it. They know the guys they want to recruit. They have a room full of nothing but those guys. Just talk about this team, because it is one thing to go out and get an all-world Gavin McKenna and a Jackson Smith and the big names. It is another to see these guys. I mean, Gavin McKenna, I don't know how many times he's said it now. Like, he is Penn State for life. Like,
he's loving it.
To
He's
say that he is loving the experience feels like an understatement. Just could you have envisioned this thing coming together in terms of all of these different parts fitting the way they are, and again, buying into Penn State and believing that? I know you knew they had hockey talent, and I'm sure you were hoping everything was going to fit together and it's part of the recruiting process, but this thing just seems, I listen to Brian Tripp a lot, and man, just to hear him talk about the chemistry and the way that locker room is right now, it just feels very similar to what the wrestling room is right now.
Well, first of all, there's only one Penn State wrestling program in the history of college sports. So, like, I appreciate the comparison. What Cale Sanderson's done with Penn State wrestling is something that's another planet. It's not in this solar system. However, I do feel very proud that our culture is really, really good, and that's what you need.
Yeah.
It's impossible from a team sport perspective, unless you have unity, it's impossible to have any success without it. And that's something from day one, that when we got here, we had an incredible club team that were great guys and great Penn Staters. And that set the foundation for everything moving forward. Yep. And that's always, we've never forgotten that. So that has always been and will be incredibly important with all of our success. So that I can tell you. You know, and when you ask about it, though, I will, you know, you asked about the success and where it's going. I do think, like Terry Pagula, this was his vision. So I can't say that no one thought it would happen, because he did.
That guy would be a really successful business person.
You know what?
He would be.
If he ever had
if he ever put his mind to it, he'd be really freaking good.
He probably would do some good things.
It's not a
so
bad
the
thought.
Great news is that McKenna has announced he's going to stay here for 9 years. So that's great. So that's good to go. So that's great. So no, but I do want to talk about the McKenna situation. And
I'm
that
not
is,
sure. See, I don't know if he's cleared that with his agency yet, but we can go with it.
Well, you know, I have $11. I could probably put. I could kick into him. So now there's a guy. He's going to be a star NHL player. We all know it. Everybody knows it. He has an attitude, a great attitude. Is that word getting around up north, where you in Canada, in the junior world, that like Penn State is a great place to go and play great hockey? I mean, you
we're counting on that.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, you did a very good job with McKenna this year. He seems to be loving it. Do you think that's going, in the long run, will more recruits start coming down from the Great White North playing in the collegiate?
Absolutely.
Everybody, hopefully coming in the state college.
Anybody that's involved with hockey in any way knows exactly who Gavin McKenna is in Canada, and we're very aware of him coming to Penn State.
And they're watching. They're watching.
Sure. And absolutely, the experience that he's having has been wonderful for college hockey, the profile of college hockey. And well, Mikey, there's right there if you want it, buddy. And for Penn State hockey and for college hockey. But I tell you what, you got to give a ton of credit to Gavin. And I'll tell you why. Because, yes, he's a superstar talent, and everybody knows that. But, boy, is he a team guy. Like,
his
every
players, his
week,
teammates seem to like him.
Oh, because of how he is. Like, he is the most – like, he goes out of his way to do what the team needs and what the coaches ask. Like, he is really dialed into that aspect of being a teammate. Really dialed in. And I think that's why guys just love him. Our guys would go through the wall for this guy. And I think that's a big part of his success. He's not just playing for Gavin or Point. He plays for Penn State to win. And I think he's having a really good time. Yeah. So he's really he's playing. I think it probably went from playing for Penn State hockey to now it's playing for Penn State. I think he's really having a great time, and he's just wonderful to have on the team. I'd have that guy if he was, and equipment intern. I would love him on the team. He's a wonderful person.
That's a great compliment to the kid right there with what you just said. That's a great compliment. He would probably do it. He's like, from what you're saying, he seems the kind of kid, what's he, 18?
Yeah, he's 18. He's young 18. He just turned 18.
He's a guaranteed top 5 pick in the NHL draft. It's like, he doesn't have to go to Florida to go play in Philadelphia. That's the good news, guy. We can go see him.
Listen, there's not a general manager. Drive. There's no general manager that's going to bypass Gap. No way. That would be the biggest mistake. Anybody that is trying to pretend.
Come on, Flyers, suck it up, baby.
He is so talented, but he's got so many more intangibles. Yeah. There's no if any general manager that passes over him is done.
Oof.
I'm telling prediction, but
dude, honest to God, the guys in the crowd talking about McKenna and then on cue.
Yeah,
goal.
Yeah, it's just he's got a
It's
superstar.
just ridiculous. It's like, all right, okay, dude.
How about the picture? Have you seen the picture
Which
of him
one?
after he scored? I got to show it to you. It is one of the most iconic. Like, you'll see, it's going up everywhere.
Awesome,
it's
dude.
so good.
Every
It is
picture I've
so
seen,
good.
the players on the ice, but you just got to look at the surrounding area and just look around. I mean, I'm telling you, I got calls from guys from Michigan State guys, actually, and they were like, dude, awesome. That was awesome. That was a pretty cool environment.
Yeah.
He lives out in L.A. I got guys in Florida calling in saying, dude, I should have come. I can't believe I missed that. I mean, great job. Awesome weekend. Again, I just don't – I mean, I sat there on Sunday night going, how the hell are they going to get this done next week? I mean, kudos, man. Because I was – my senior year was that snow game.
Yes.
It was my last game at Penn State, was that snow game
Was
against
that when
Michigan.
you guys brought in like convicts?
The convicts,
Yeah.
And they had it was I tell stories about it all the time. Like the section that they did, there wasn't a piece of like ice or wood left. Nothing.
Anyway,
And then the student section, there was like just garbage everywhere.
Well,
whatever. These guys are just happy to get out.
Yeah. But to sum this up, like you said, you know what? Penn State absolutely killed it.
Yep.
Penn
The whole
State
weekend.
University.
Every sport did it. They did it the right way.
Everything about this weekend, Penn State killed it.
Guy, do you guys practice on Sunday? When did you get together next as a team? Monday.
Correct. We take off every Sunday that we can.
Okay. That Monday, did you like? What was the attitude like? And did you take just a few moments and like? Do you guys just want to share, your thoughts on what we just did, or?
So we planned the week ahead, and going in that Monday, we discussed a lot of things to do. There are lessons we learned systematically. We have to learn it. There's things we have to work on.
Sure.
But you know what? We took Monday and we're like, you know what? Let's just change. Let's just have a 3-on-3 tournament. Let them because you have to exhale a little bit from that. It was just such an amazing experience that we sort of took Sunday off and took Monday, and then we took Tuesday off, and we'll get to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
I got to say, it's pretty cool and probably scary as hell for you. When you're watching game film of you see a Michigan State game, but it's in their arena, and then the next clip is from the outdoor arena. You're like, what the hell just happened there? The brightness and everything about it. So,
well, congratulations on
thanks.
a great weekend. And you're right. I mean, everybody
It's Penn
involved.
State. Yeah.
That was special.
Oh, man.
It was.
Special
It was
for
great.
the whole
It was great.
university.
Thanks for having me, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Appreciate it
Appreciate
very
you
much.
taking the time to come
Thank you
down.
for being you, and thank you for that weekend, man. I mean, you deserve a lot of credit, bro. You do. I mean,
I am along for the ride, but I tell you what, made it a lot easier with my head being very toasty warm. So thank you.
Very true, baby.
Thank you. That was
you can
easy.
sell them at Adidas.com.
The Deer Goon will be back on Thursday. I will be back next Tuesday. Again, a huge thank you to Guy Godowski with Penn State Hockey. Until Thursday's show, be good and be safe.
From decorating the tree to family dinners, gift exchanges, and get-togethers, the holidays are filled with traditions. Why not start a new one this year with a Kia during the Season of New Tradition sales event at Lion Country Kia? No matter where you're traveling this holiday season, the spacious 7-seater 2025 Kia Telluride can get you there. Lion Country Kia has 16 available with as low as 0.9% APR for up to 60 months or up to $2,000 in Kia finance rebates. But that's not all. Lion Country Kia has a great selection of Kia Sorentos, Sportages, Seltos, and more. There's 84 vehicles ready to move. And many have Kia's Season of New Tradition sales event retail bonus cash as high as $1,000. Happy holidays from the staff at Lion Country Kia, 1334 Driveover Street off Shiloh Road behind Sam's Club, State College.
If you love wings, if you love rings, and all kinds of other tempting things, great times, great food, get to Quaker Steak Lube.
Get our Best Wings USA signature sauces, mouth-watering appetizers, or any of our delicious award-winning lube favorites.
Great times, great food, get to Quaker Steak Lube.
I'm the Modelo Recruiter, and I'm looking for fans with good hands and great speed. The ones who stay focused and never miss a play. They go the distance on game day, even when their team is away. I'm always watching, always looking to reward more full-time fans. Because football isn't really football without you.
Lusk & Associates Sotheby's International Realty proudly presents the introduction of our new State College office at 314 South Borough Street in State College. At Sotheby's International Realty, we advertise locally, nationally, and internationally, bringing the best of advertising and promotion to each and every one of our properties, big or small. Call now.
A lot has changed about State College. One thing that hasn't is W.C. Clark's Coffee Roasters on 234 East Calder Way. 30 different varieties of specialty coffee beans sourced from over 25 countries and roasted with love each morning in Happy Valley for over 45 years. They'll ship their fresh roasted coffee from their doorstep to yours. Order online at statecollegecoffee.com. That's statecollegecoffee.com.
Hi, welcome to Timberland Federal Credit Union, a financial cooperative for its members, tracing all the way back to 1973.
Experience Timberland Federal Credit Union, where you're greeted with a smile and financial solutions are tailored to your unique life journey. Here, we're not just financial professionals, we're your neighbors. People invested in your financial needs, literacy, and empowerment. Your dreams matter to us, whether they're about buying a home, growing a nest egg, or embarking on new adventures. TFCU draws from the past and invests in the future, offering modern tools like online banking to give you the freedom to manage your money practically anytime. Additionally, we're passionate about giving back both time and resources, because enhancing our community is at the core of why we're here. Visit TFCU in person or online to learn more about our services and apply for a membership today.
WFXS, once again. The Fox, your sports radio.
Broadcasting live, loud and proud from Central PA's Sports Authority. WFXS America. 98.7 The Fox.